Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Regina from Lilalicious, and today I'm going to show you how to make coconut flour buns. These fluffy buns are gluten and grain-free, paleo-friendly and low-carb. And they're great enjoyed many different ways. One of our favorites is as a burger bun when we're grilling up patties. And of course, you can also use it for other savory sandwiches like pulled pork or barbecue chicken sandwiches. These coconut flour buns also make great dinner rolls, just simply buttered alongside soups or stews. I also like them in the mornings for breakfast, similar to an English muffin. I cut them in half, toast them very well, and then just a slather of butter and jelly or peanut butter. Delicious. Now let me show you how quick and easily the batter comes together. Let's start with the liquid ingredients.
We need 4 eggs and we're going to whisk the egg whites. So start by separating those 4 eggs. Add the egg yolks to a large bowl where you're going to prepare the rest of the batter, and the egg whites to a tall container where we can whisk them up. Use your preferred method of separating the eggs. I start by tapping the egg lightly on the counter to create a break, and then kind of let the egg whites run out into my whites container. Then either use the other half of the eggshell or my hand to let the rest of the whites drip down while protecting the yolk before removing it. Alright, so now let's whisk the egg whites. I'm using this immersion blender with a whisk attachment. You can also use your hand mixer and just whip until the egg whites are actually white and stiff. If you turn the container around, nothing should be moving. Now let's put them aside while we prepare the rest of the batter. Get your bowl with the egg yolks. To that, add half a cup of melted coconut oil. Melted butter or another light flavored oil like avocado oil works too. Next, add 1/3 cup of milk. Use whichever one you prefer, either regular dairy or your preferred plant milk like unsweetened almond milk or coconut milk. And if you would like your coconut flour buns to have a little bit of sweetness, add 2 tablespoons of your preferred sweetener. This is optional. I'm using honey. You can also use any sugar-free, liquid, or granulated sweetener. Now use a hand whisk or a mixer, break up the yolks, and whisk together all of the liquid ingredients until evenly combined. And then on top of the liquid mix, we're going to add the dry ingredients. First, 1/2 cup of coconut flour, then 1/3 cup of flax meal. You can also use whole psyllium husk, a 1/4 cup of arrowroot powder, tapioca flour, or almond meal or flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Use a spatula or a wooden spoon to stir the wet and dry ingredients together into a cohesive batter. At first it will seem quite liquid, but in just a quick moment the dry ingredients will absorb a lot of the liquid and it turns into this dough-like consistency. Add the stiff egg whites on top and fold them gently into the dough. This is going to loosen up the mix and create more of a batter than a dough. Gently turn over your spatula or wooden spoon to incorporate the stiff egg whites without deflating them too much. Now put the coconut flour bun batter aside. We're going to get ready our baking trays. You have a few options for baking the coconut flour buns. My preferred way is using this whoopie pie pan. It has just slight indentations and is perfect to hold the batter in place in a bun shape. Slightly grease the pan. Otherwise, use a regular baking sheet, line it with parchment paper. You can add the bun batter directly to it, or if you have some large mason jar rings, you can also use that to help keep the batter in shape. Use about 3 tablespoons of the batter per bun. Use a wet hand to flatten the batter into the bun shape, and then optionally top with some sesame seeds. Now bake the buns in an oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 18 minutes. Afterwards, let the buns cool on the baking sheet for about 10 minutes, and then you can remove them onto a wire rack to cool completely. Here from the side angle, you can see the slight difference between the buns baked just on the baking sheet versus the ones inside the mason jar ring. The buns in the mason jar ring are slightly taller. They didn't spread out as much, just as far as the ring goes. Both of them are great, but the buns that are baked on the baking sheet spread out a bit more, and usually when you cut them in half later, the top half is a bit smaller than the bottom half. Once they're cooled, you can slice them in half, and now look at this beautiful texture. They're light and fluffy with some nice air pockets. Now let me show you my family's favorite way of using them. We're going to toast the bun halves, add a burger patty on top, and then your favorite burger toppings and condiments. And there you go. You have a gluten-free, low-carb coconut flour hamburger bun.
Just look at this beautiful burger on a coconut flour bun.
Another option is to use them toasted, turning them either into a breakfast sandwich with some cheese and egg, or just add butter or peanut butter or any of your other sweet toppings.
And this is how easy it is to make coconut flour buns. Thank you so much for watching and baking along with me. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also check out my coconut flour playlist where I share many other recipes made with coconut flour. Leave me a comment letting me know how are you going to use your coconut flour buns, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. I will see you soon with another delicious recipe. Bye for now!